Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something slightly different. So I've had a lot of you ask about training aids, what to use before you go out on the golf course. So I want to go through today the top 5 training aids that I see used on tour. Okay, so let's have a look what we've got. Okay guys, so number 5, Stargate. Okay, so you can see that they come in different sizes. So we've got a 60mm, 55 and a 50. So it's something you don't necessarily need to buy because you can use tees for this. But again, the idea for me is to put this so we can see that a ball just fits through there. Okay, so this is the hardest one. The black one's the highest one. This is 50mm, so 5 centimeters. So again, it makes it tough. Again, you can make it as hard and as easy as you want with a tee. Again, ideally we want that around about a foot in front of the ball. So it's just to see that if you're starting the golf ball online. So one of the biggest things we see in putting is that people can't start the ball where they intend. If we can get you starting that ball online, we can start to get you holing more putts. Okay, so number 4, I've got the TBar. It's actually named the putting stroke teacher. Okay, it's something I use quite a lot with players. Again, what I see, as you can see, if I take my posture, I can get that set to be flush to my forearms. Again, if I have any kind of movement away, I'm going to start to feel what that putter is doing. Again, a lot of times I see people like this, and as they come through, they lose control of it, everything comes off. So again, take our grip, make sure that's matching our forearms. Okay, again from face on, we can start to see if anyone's angling the putter back. We can see if they're angling it forward. So it really helps you get level, so we're not leaning backwards. Get everything level, and then from there I can maintain that. So there's no movement of the putter, so there's no excess movement of the wrist this way or that way. Set on there. From here now we can make a nice stroke. We can see there's a slight arc. So it's not something you see a lot. I've seen a couple of players use it. It's something you can get. It's quite hard to get in England. Actually, I had to order this one from America. So if you're in America, you'll be able to get them quite easy. But again, it's great for you just to pop on there for 5 minutes. It comes off just like that, and it velcros together. So it's something you can pop into your golf bag. It's something you can put on the putting green for 5 minutes, and again, it really gets your setup correct, gets your arms in the right place, gets you making a more consistent stroke, which in the long run, as we know, should help you hole more putts. Okay, so in at number 3 is another Vizio product. It's a start line training aid. Again, it also has a little ledge here, so this is something that I like. Okay, so when you put this onto the putting green, it's slightly raised. So what it's encouraging us to do is again to have a slightly upward hit onto that golf ball. So again, encouraging to get some topspin and get it rolling to start with. Again, the gates, you can make them as hard as possible. We're going to get that face square to the edge. We've got a nice straight edge for you to help that get square. So we can square your putter up at setup. You can see if it's open or closed. So again, a good training aid. You can pop it in your bag, you can pop it down on the ground. Again, doesn't take up much space, and in 5 minutes working on that, you can start to highlight things. Okay, even if you're using these products in practice, again, it really highlights what you might be struggling with. So again, if you start to hit gates on the left, your ball position might have got forwards. If you hit them on the right, it might have gone back. Again, it could be emotion, it could be something to do with your motion from your head tilting. But again, it's something that starts to help you, and then if you go for a lesson with your local PGA Pro, you can start to ask them, okay, I've seen that I'm hitting on the tees on the left, could you help me? See, I'm hitting the tees on the right. So again, you can go to a lesson with more facts, more information, and get more from your putting lesson. Okay, so next up, again, you think this is the number 1 training aid you see. Again, this comes in at number 2. Again, very helpful for visualization. So there's 2 different models. So again, here we've got 2 different templates. We've got one with the face lines on, okay, and we've got one without. So again, it all depends on how visual you are as a person. You can put these ones in, it can really send you crazy, or you can really enjoy it depending on how you feel. Again, this one gives you a little bit less of the face but more of the path. So again, a lot of people ask me about this one is a 12-degree arc. They do go up to 21. Say, oh, which arc suits me? It all depends on yourself. So it's very hard to fit somebody to this. So the designer of this, Phil Kenyon, I saw do a video the other day saying how people always ask him the same, okay, how do you fit to this? And the case is, it all depends on your movements, you know. So you could have somebody who has a really big arc, but from the setup it doesn't look like they should. Again, from whichever putter you have, maybe it should give you a certain arc, but it all depends on the movement of your body. So a great training aid for visual. So again, this is something they roll up. So they roll up nice and small. They roll up nice and small and go into a tube. Again, this one is a Visio mat. You can get them on Well Put, which I believe is American, or you can get them off Put Out. So again, there's other options, but again, it's a very visual thing. You can see that it works on your start line, but the main purpose of this is to work on your stroke. So to really get you feeling, okay, yeah, my stroke has to have that little bit of arc. Okay. Again, the trait was people told to go straight back and straight through. This clearly shows that there will be a slight arc on the way back and a slight arc on the way through. So again, getting the right one for you is very hard. Again, it might be some trial and error. You might go to a pro who's got some in stock and have a look which one suits you and which one feels good. Because if you get the wrong one here, guys, you start to make external movement, so you might your arm might start to come off, to lose connection, to keep it on the right path. And we don't want to do that. We want you to have the stroke that you've got and make it a little bit more consistent. Okay, so this is number 2. Okay guys, so in at number 1 is a mirror. Okay, the number 1 training aid I see on tour people using just before they go out is always a mirror. Okay, so what this helps you with is helps you with your setup, helps you making sure your eye line's in the right position, make sure your posture's good, make sure your shoulders are square. And then also on this one here, you can see that it's also got a Stargate. They've also got a little bit of a ledge on this one, so again it encourages you to hit up, get that ball with a little bit of topspin on. So again, you'll see, I'm going to say 90% of players throughout a week at a tournament will go to a mirror, get that out, check the setup and be ready to go when the tournament comes. Okay, so even if you pop this down for 5 minutes, this one you might have to put back into your car. This one, which is my favourite, will just slide into your bag. Again, Eyeline do some mirrors, Eyeline also do some training aids. Put Out have also got some mirrors and some start gates. So again, hopefully over the coming months, as the channel starts to grow, I'll start to get some discount codes for you, start to get some links with these products, and again start to get you some discounted rates. So that's what I wanted to go through today, because again, a lot of people ask what training aids should I use and why. And the case is, it all depends on what you want to do. So for some, they might want to get a mirror, some they might get a mat. Start gates, you can just use tees. Again, it's all about making sure you can give yourself something that's actually productive, so it's productive practice. Because what I see most times is people go onto the putting green, nothing, drop 3 golf balls, put them around a bit, and there you go. I can't say to date I've seen any tour pro go onto the putting green, drop 3 balls, give them a whack around, and then go, yeah, I'm ready. So they've got a training aid, they're using it for a reason. Again, if you know why you're using a training aid, again, getting the right ones for you is essential. So don't just get one for the sake of it. A mirror can be great for everyone because you're always checking your setup. But for example, with the templates, if you get the wrong template, it can make you worse. Okay, so take your time to get a template. A mirror is always a good start. For Stargate, you can just put a couple of tees down. Okay, again, for like a drill that we've seen before, you can put 2 tees either side. So again, for the ones that are working on your stroke a little bit, you can just put 2 tees either side and 2 tees as a Stargate. Cost you nothing, you're just using 4 tees. So again, you don't have to buy these products. The one that I would suggest would be a mirror. A mirror makes sure your setup's good. You'll also see clearly if your eyes are too far out or too far in, so the feedback's there. Again, they can be nice and small so they can fit into your golf bag. So any questions, guys, ask away. If you want any links to any products, then just comment below. Hopefully in the coming months I'll be able to get a partnership with one of these brands to be able to give you a discount code, and again to help you get some training aids for yourselves to practice with. So on Friday, guys, we're also going to be talking about something a little bit different, course management. So from my time when I was on tour, again I had to caddy for one of my players. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go through some course planners, again start to see what they look at, what different things are, again where they're playing to on the green and different slopes. So again, are you overthinking it? if you look at these, you'll see that they have a lot of information to go through before hitting a golf shot. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you later in the week.